You may have seen an extreme food challenge before and experienced a mixture of repulsion and intrigue and entertainment. And if you haven't seen one of these food challenges before, maybe you've seen a hot dog eating competition, or perhaps you've seen the show Man vs. Food back in the day when it was still filming. What do we do about these shows? There was a piece in the Telegraph, which is a prominent UK newspaper, which interviewed the Dr. Satner, who's the professor of metabolic medicine at the Professor of Glasgow. And he said basically some very common sense words that watching people eat a ton of food gives your brain the wrong message. He says people eat with their eyes. We imagine the taste and the flavors and all these different things using our eyes and brains before we actually taste. So when you see these people stuffing 10 cakes into their mouth, eating 100 pieces of fried chicken, whatever, these insane amounts of food, like 100 strips of bacon, your brain sees these people doing it and wants to do it too. And obviously, that promotes a message that eating too much is to be celebrated, to be glorified. So what do we do about it? What do we do about it? Do we write to YouTube to tell them to get their videos down? Do we message the creators? Do we spam their message boards? Do we leave comments? What do we do? What should we be mad about? But that's not what I'm saying. That's what most people are going to tell you. We got to take action. We got to do something about it. This is wrong. And I am going to give the opposite advice. I'm going to say, stop tuning out, start tuning in. Let go of the outer judgment. Let people do what they're going to do. And really take a stand for personal food preferences. Personal food preferences, it's like freedom of speech. In America, we have a freedom of speech. You can say what you want to say. And likewise, you can eat what you want to eat. And what I find to be really courageous about some activists who embrace the First Amendment is that they might politically or religiously disagree with someone vehemently. They might say, oh my God, I hate what you are saying, but I honor your respect to say it. And we want to take that mentality into eating. It's called personal food preferences. And the reason it's so important to really take a stand and not judge people who choose to eat the way they do is because you judge yourself when you judge others. There's no way you can judge other people and not judge yourself. And when you judge yourself, you cut yourself off from your body's wisdom. This is most commonly seen in binge eating. When someone binge eats and they feel guilty about it and they start judging themselves. You're bad, you suck, you're lazy. There's all these judgments, and these judgments take you away from your body connection. You no longer are connected to your body. You're no longer even noticing the food that you're eating in a binge. You feel guilty, but you're disconnected from the actual physical feeling in your belly. It's bloated, and you know it's bloated, but you're not actually going into that feeling because you're judging yourself. Because you've already said, I've screwed up, period. End of sentence. No curiosity. There's no curiosity. When you're judging, there's no curiosity. There's no empathy. There's no compassion. Instead of overeating and saying, what happened? What went wrong? How could I do differently next time? Instead of having this curious, warm, compassionate voice towards yourself, hey, what went wrong? You're judging. You suck. You never do this. And so if we want to eat healthier ourselves, we need to take a stand for personal food preferences. We need to take a stand for your personal food preferences. That's right. You need to take a stand for your personal food preferences and the way you do that is by saying, hey, I'm going to take a stand for me. I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. Those YouTube creators, Epic Mealtime, Beard Meats, whatever, you can do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what feels good to me. I'm going to take a stand for me. I'm going to take a stand for this body. I'm going to listen to how foods make me feel. I'm going to listen to my emotions. I'm going to listen to my gut. And maybe my gut wants some food one day that's quote unquote unhealthy. I'm going to try to learn from it. I'm going to try to eat it and see how it actually makes me feel. I'm going to try to learn from my binge eating episodes and really try to understand what's going on. What emotional need did I miss? What was really, really happening here? And I'm not going to get sucked into the endless rabbit hole, which is the endless debate about which diet is best, which way eating food is best. And it's a rabbit hole. It is a horrible rabbit hole. There are so many people who are in analysis paralysis. Everything is bad. Everything is bad to them. 3 times a day, like every food, every food is bad. Every food is bad. There's so many rules, so many contradictory diets, so many things on the internet, so much contradictory information. People are in analysis paralysis. There's this endless amount of information about people telling you, this is the right way to eat. Don't eat that. This is that. Blah, 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 blah. But all that is external. And let's face it, if you have a cell phone, you're going to be in an environment where there's a lot of noise, a lot of conflicting information. There's going to be a lot of people yelling at each other and doing crazy things. That's just the way things are, and it ain't changing anytime soon. All right? So don't get sucked into that. Listen, you have control over your personal food preferences. It is damn hard. It takes some work to really transform your relationship with food. If your relationship with food is judgment and stern and anxiety and fearful and binge and emotional, you can transform it, but it takes work, and it takes you to stand up for your personal food preferences, your body, and it really requires you to tune in and stop tuning out. It's a different way of thinking, much, much different. You have to be your own light. You can't rely on these other people. Healthy food is going to make you feel good. Meeting your emotional needs is going to increase your productivity at work, and it's going to make you feel better, and your relationships will get better. So that's what matters. Focus on what matters. Don't. It's hard to be at your best. Like, it's hard to do your best. And when your focus is outward and not inward, it just doesn't even work. I mean, it'd be one thing if you could just message these people and they would shut up, or that you could get some law passed where YouTube banned the people. Great. If that's not reality. That's not reality. You gotta focus on you. That's what you have control over. And it's not, and control can be the wrong word, but you have the ability to learn skills like interoceptive awareness, hunger training, fullness training, learning what foods taste good to you, learning to reflect on your binge eating experiences, to evaluate what emotional needs you had missed, what signs and cues you had missed that led up to the binge. You have a lot of power, but it has to be about you. It doesn't work the other way around. So, extreme food challenges, tune them out and tune into yourself. Peace.